Welcome back, Libra rising sun and moon. This is your 2024 astrology forecast. All right, guys, let's see what kind of amazing opportunities will arise for you in 2024. So you have to know January 1st going to start with Mercury going direct. And I said that in my general forecast when I did the mundane astrology, there will be actually amazing result for the New Year resolution for most of us. It's going to happen in your third house Sagittarius, which is going to have some kind of clarity and progress in your communication house. Something with short trips or interactions with siblings and neighbors. You know, you can actually buy a new car. You can actually sign up for something like you're going to sign up for maybe a school. December 13, Mercury went retrograde in your fourth house in Capricorn. So, you know, it was some kind of reflective period about your family matters or your living situation. And then when it went to Sagittarius, it turned to your neighborhood and your small community, your sibling. Then January 20, we're going to have Sun conjunct Pluto, which is a power struggle. It is a really powerful, intense transformation within, you know, and it's going to happen in your fourth house, 29 degrees Capricorn. It's a karmic degree. Pluto is really doing the last kick over here. So anything to do with your home, family dynamics, with your roots, with your parents, it is going for the last transformation. Then January 27th, Uranus is going to go direct, 19 degrees Taurus in your 8th house. It will be really good progress if you are invested in a quantum AI, ChatGPT, artificial intelligence, technology, energy, anything like that. And, you know, it's also great for shared resources, investment, and deep emotional bonds. You will feel like no matter how weird you feel or your significant other, your partner, you still somehow can connect on a special bond. February 5th, Mercury conjunct Pluto in 0 degrees Aquarius, but actually I forgot to say February 2nd, Pluto going to go to Aquarius ingress. And then on the 5th, Mercury gonna conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. We're going to have in Aquarius an amazing stellium. So it's going to happen in your 5th house. Anything to do with 5th house, romance, creativity, children, you know, like joy, pleasure-based businesses, investment and winning could actually be emphasized. And Mercury-Pluto conjunction in the 5th house could be really great news about your children. They're going to win something and gonna get accomplished something. You're gonna proud of them. Or, you know, you might going to get an amazing project, signing a project, a new project about maybe a record label studio. Maybe you find your manager, your agent who is going to help you with your career. February 14th, on Valentine's Day, Mars conjunct Pluto. And, you know, it's going to happen Aquarius, 0 degree, karmic degree, Mars, Pluto, rules Scorpio, very intense, very sexual, very, very, you know, pleasure-based energy, but transformational also. It has to do something with dynamic changes in a romantic relationship, 5th house. Or in a project, a creative project. It could be also like you're going to be very assertive to invest. Pluto is stock market. Mars is always also stock market and intensive or, you know, impulsive decision to make over here. So be careful a little bit. But Aquarius, anything to do with technology or AI. Then Venus going to conjunct Pluto on the 17th in Aquarius, 0 degree. You know, this is depending on your romantic connection, but it's actually Pluto is very deep and feeling very intense. So you deepen this romance. Maybe you are going to become exclusive. It's not only sexual. Or maybe you are ready to talk about children, you know, to having children. Pluto Venus also could bring in an amazing transformative rebirth, like you're going to feel like you are beautiful, you have a lot of sexual power energy, and you can actually make lyrics or write. So anything with creativity could be transformational here for you. March 8th, Mercury conjunct Neptune, 27 degrees. March is the International Women's Day. Pisces, Neptune is, you know, higher octave of love, higher octave of Venus. 27 degrees, 6th house, anything to do with your health or with your work, with your daily routine, could be actually bringing some kind of new contract. You might going to get a new job. You might going to have some kind of you know, Mercury is communication, Mercury to sign something, Mercury to actually work on a project which is a written project, but you have to later on go to public with it and you know, like read it in front of or talk in front of people. But Mercury Neptune could be also like you need a decision from your doctor or, you know, a diagnosis. And Neptune is a little bit confusing over here, so I would go and get a second opinion if you don't like the diagnosis. Yeah, but you know, it's good to have a photography business. It's good to hire someone who is very artsy in your workplace, or you know, you might going to actually have and beautify your tenant's residency, or you know, like if you have rent a property, you're just gonna beautify it. March 17th, Sun conjunct Neptune in Pisces, 6th house, anything to do with idealism or anything to do with your daily routine. Sun and Neptune could be like, all right, you know what, I need to find a holistic way to heal because Western medicine didn't work for me. And it could be also, if it is a daily routine, like, you know, you're going to get lazier, Neptune is lazier, and you don't want to get out from bed, and you don't want to go to yoga or work out. Then we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Libra, and, you know, this is in your sign. So it's going to affect either your rising, your moon, or your sun sign. And this is going to be a significant shift because lunar eclipse is a fated event, something to do with endings, something to do with signing of contracts. It's like a not controllable event in our life. And it is in your personal life, in your identity. You don't like something about the way you are carrying yourself, way you pretend, and you want to change, you want to peel off that layer of ego. So there is definitely a major change is coming. And, you know, it could be also like, you know what, I paid attention too much on my partner and it's enough. I just want to pay attention on myself. April 1st, foolish day, Mercury retrograde at 27 Aries, 7th house. All right, so it's across you. You have to review and reflect on your relationship and business partnership, anything to do on legal matters as well. So you might going to have a situation where you thought this suing me, the person is finished and, you know, it's over, but they are coming with that, back with that situation. A partner could come back to you, you know, at least if nothing else, but with texting an ex-partner. Then April 3rd, Venus gonna conjunct Neptune. This is beautiful. It's gonna happen in Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces, 27 degrees, only a degree away. So it's still triple exalted over here, especially with Neptune, with its bigger sister, right? And, you know, higher octave of love. It's going to bring in some kind of amazing situation with work. If you are working with beauty products, if you are working in a spiritual field, holistic healing, you know, you might going to have a spontaneous healing because you were terminal ill, and it could bring in some kind of healing. Then we're going to have the total solar eclipse at 19 degrees Aries, that's in your 7th house, which is, there is a new beginning, some kind of new partnership. Maybe you're gonna have a new business partnership. Maybe you're going to start, you know, like you're going to have an engagement or proposal to marry. April 20, we're gonna have Jupiter conjunct Uranus. This is big. It is 21 degrees Taurus. It is in your 8th house, anything to do with your finances, with your shared resources, with taboos. So with pregnancies, an unexpected pregnancy could come in for some of you. It could be some kind of significant change and emotional deep change actually in your life. And it could be something to do with your prenups or with your will, your trust, with your inheritance. And maybe an unexpected inheritance is coming into your life. Definitely a big change, sudden change, and it is for the better because Jupiter is a blessing. If you invested in cryptocurrency energy, Uranus rules energy in stock market, then it could also significantly gain. April 25th, Mercury direct in Aries, so there is some kind of clarity in your relationship and in agreements. Right now, you're capable actually to sign contracts. May 2nd, Pluto retrograde, 2 degrees Aquarius in your 5th house. You know, you need to have reassessment of your creativity, your romantic life, your relationship with your children. So that it's going to be more connection or bringing back connection. Then May 13, Sun conjunct Uranus, 23 degrees Taurus in the 8th house. May 18, Venus conjunct Uranus, 23 degrees Taurus, 8th house. So that is unexpected development in shared resources and intimacy. And also with Venus, sudden changes in financial and emotional partnerships, something to do with like, all right, you know what, we were thinking I will need to sign a prenup, but actually right now he says or she says we don't have to do it because I trust you. Some kind of sudden event which is actually going for the better. May 25th, Jupiter enters Gemini, that is your 9th house, expansion and opportunities in higher education, travel, and in your belief system, anything to do with your foreign matters, getting passport, visa, green card, it is possible. Learning another language, moving abroad is possible. Going to university, having your master degrees is possible. Jupiter enters Gemini in the 9th house, anything with you know, definitely it's very good for studying, but also it is good to get masters, and it is good to start a YouTube channel, a podcast, because it could grow really fast. May 31st, Mercury conjunct Uranus, 24 degrees, so it's in your 8th house. Mercury is contract, and you know, Mercury is the little brother of Uranus, so in your 8th house, it's going to be like some kind of invention. You want to do some kind of research, psychological research, or just research is energy, how to invest in stock market, how to invest in you know, anything what is Taurian. Taurus is the earthy energy, so how to actually save the earth, recycle project, talking about that, writing about that, doing research, you know, original insights, some kind of deep psychological matters is also possible over here. June 2nd, Jupiter trine Pluto, it's gonna involve your 9th house, because Jupiter in your 9th house in Gemini, beneficial growth, something to do with your higher learning, with your belief system, and with travel. Definitely amazing to have, you know, like support from a significant other, support from your tribes, and you know, they're going to support your ideas and your new business, your education, your moving abroad. June 29, Saturn retrograde at Pisces in your 6th house, 19 degrees. Saturn is an old, stubborn issue, health issue could come back to you. So also, you know what, it could be like you're going to get rehired by your old job, or your daily responsibility is actually going to change, but you will have to reevaluate because you're tired right now. All right, so the special focus was on the lunar eclipse in your 1st house and the solar eclipse on April 8 in your 7th house, which is between you and your partnership. So you have to emphasize some kind of significant personal transformation, let go of something, some kind of self-sabotaging behavior, what doesn't serve you anymore, something with your self-worth. And then the solar eclipse, all right, it's bringing in new relationship, shift in the new relationship. It doesn't have to be a divorce, you know. It could be like it is going to get renewed. Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your 8th house, it is definitely breakthrough in your finances, something with investment, something with stock market, and it's unexpected, but it's for the greater, bigger opportunities here. And Jupiter ingress Gemini going to be absolutely amazing in your 9th, because everything going to get emphasized in your 9th house matters, which is one of the luckiest house because it's ruled by Jupiter. It loves to be there. Anything with spiritual exploration, travel, and education going to bring growth for you. So, all right, let's go to the second part of 2024, which starts with July 2nd, Neptune retrograde in Pisces, 29 degrees, which is karmic degree in your 6th house. It's going to reflect on your work routines and health matters, potential for reassessing spiritual and healing practices here. July 9th, Jupiter sextile through North Node. You know, 9th house matters again, growth opportunities, anything to do with publishing, anything to do with YouTubing would be wonderful. July 18, Uranus retrograde in Taurus in your 8th house. You have to reevaluate the way you invested in quantum AI energy. So there going to be, might be some kind of decrease in that stocks. And July 21st, going to be Mercury conjunct Venus in Leo in your 11th house. This is good because of, you know, it's harmonious and it's a great communication, lovely, beautifully communication between you and the connection between you and your tribe, your social circle and friendship. They're going to support you. August 4th, Venus enters Virgo in the 12th house, which is focusing a shift to inner peace, on your solitude, on your spiritual matters in relationship. Then August 5th, Mercury retrograde at 4 degrees Virgo, it's gonna go back to Leo, right? And it's going to reflect a period regarding subconscious thoughts, privacy and spiritual matters. So Juno enters Libra on the 1st house, August 9th. So it's going to emphasize everything on your personal relationship, the relationship with yourself. Juno is love. It's like, okay, I'm going to invest in myself. And August 19th, Jupiter square Saturn. You know, 9th and 6th house matters. It is work and public publishing related. So maybe you are working on some writing project and the publishing going to get delayed. Or it could be like your education and your work has tension between. August 22nd, Sun enters Virgo. That's going to be your 12th house, you know, in it kind of some kind of focus on your private matters, on your subconscious, on your spiritual life. And then Vesta going to enter Virgo also. So we're going to have a Virgo stellium over here. And it has to be some kind of dedication to personal spiritual practice. September 1st, Sun conjunct Mars at 9 degrees Virgo, it's going to bring in increased energy and assertiveness. You know, you might going to have to deal with and address some kind of hidden issues, some kind of private matters, maybe to get rid of some kind of addiction. September 9th, Pluto retrogrades back into Capricorn, into your 4th house. You know, that is the last kickoff. Capricorn Pluto here, which representing like that's it. You do have to deal with your family dynamic. You know, you have to sell that house, you have to buy a house. That's it. You need to change something about your living situation. And then September 17th, we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Pisces. It is a hybrid eclipse because it is a first Pisces eclipse for 19 years, and it's going to happen in your 6th house, and it's a lunar eclipse. Let go of something what is not serving you anymore. It could be something with a daily routine, you know, it could be some kind of a revolution in your health and at work. Maybe you have to let go of an employee, maybe you have to let go of a pet, maybe you have to let go of a tenant or tenancy. September 19, Venus enters Scorpio. You know, it's deepening the focus on your financial matters because it's going to happen in your 2nd house, and that is your worth and value as well. Venus doesn't like to be in Scorpio because it's false in here, but Venus is currency, Scorpio, anything to do with finances anyway. So it could bring in some kind of income, maybe if you are dealing with art. October 2nd, we have a solar eclipse in Libra in your first house. This is definitely a new beginning in personal life and in your identity, something to do with your self-expression. You will start something new. You're going to represent yourself differently. You're going to invest in yourself, invest in clothes, invest in new hairstyle. You may be going to, you know, do the whole entire teeth situation over there just to look good. October 6th, Mercury retrograde in Sag in your third house, you know, it's time to reflect on your communication, learning and local traveling, involved with your local community, some opportunities coming back in your local community. And then Saturn going to go direct at 16 degrees Pisces in your sixth house. You know, right now you're going to progress a little bit in your work, especially if you are doing anything to service for others, or actually doing anything to with health routines, with holistic healing. November 19, Pluto enters Aquarius in your fifth house, and well, it's going to begin a long-term transformation in your romantic life and in your creativity. Pluto is powerful. It's very sexual, sensual energy, especially in your fifth house. It could be like, I want to transform my life because I want to have multiple children, or I want to transform my life because finally I want to have a romantic partner. I'm ready for it. It could be anything to do with a creative project as well. November 26, Jupiter square Saturn, not the best energy. That is actually some kind of challenge, some kind of tension. And the tension is between work and travel again, or health and travel. December 1st, Neptune direct, 26 degree Pisces, 6th house. You're going to get some clarity and moving forward with your work matters. Or maybe you're not going to get sick anymore, and you know, you're capable to travel again. December 6th, Mars going to go retrograde in Leo, and it's gonna happen in your 11th house when it's stationed retrograde. Later, it's going to go into Cancer to your 10th house, but it's only going to happen in 2025, February 24th. So there is some kind of revolution and some kind of re-evaluation also with your social roles, with your ambition, with your tribe, and later on the focus going to shift, and it's gonna go to your public image and career. And Mars, when it's in retrograde, it's not that assertive. It loves to be in Leo, but it's not assertive anymore. And then December 11th, Uranus is direct in your 8th house. So it's going to bring in financial abundance with cryptocurrency or energy. Mercury direct in Sagittarius on the December 15th, and then it's gonna happen in your third house. You might going to have a new car, or you might want to learn something and actually sign up for a skill-based study. December 21st, Saturn enters Capricorn, focus on family and home life for a long while, and December 24th on Christmas Eve, Jupiter square Saturn. So again, something ongoing tension between your aspiration for growth and practical realities in your daily life, right? Because Gemini and Pisces. December 29, Chiron going to go direct in 19 degrees Aries in your 7th house. You know, healing of your relationship, healing and progress in your partnership. December 30, right before New Year Eve, we're going to have a new moon in Capricorn in your 4th house, new beginning. Maybe you move, you're going to find your dream home right before New Year. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening, liking, sharing, and commenting below. I really appreciate that. Don't forget, the algorithm only going to recognize me if you are comment and share and like my videos, and I'm going to get inspired and keep creating for you really, really good and detailed content. Thank you so much again. Happy New Year, and I wish you the best for 2024. Bye for now.